destroying public records is a federal crime, if I'm not mistaken. But they actually deleted the audio, and you can see where they blur out the screen. The video is still up there. I'm not sure the specific date that I did testify, but I did try to have a few meetings with the mayor at the time, who was Mayor Hales. This happened actually in Gresham, and I didn't know enough about the local political structure to know that I should have gone to the mayor of Gresham. And so I was kind of I've actually done a lot of deep research into, you know, the Iran-Contra affair, nuclear stuff, all kinds of various stuff throughout the years, but I actually hadn't delved into the local corruption as much, and what it really took was me being personally affected and becoming homeless for over 2 years because of this cover-up and nepotism and all the links to power and the police and other stuff. So that's really what actually sparked my interest locally. Other than filming the police, I didn't have too much interest, and I had gone to a George Bush protest, like George W., you know, back in, I only actually went to a small number of protests before that.
So you mentioned like some dark places and kind of dark things that you were investigating. Does that seem fair?
Yes, like Terry Dean, and how he has, you know, he's been a campaign funder. It's been alleged that he's been.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to know more about how you view your role. Do you view your role as like shedding some light on these issues?
Yes, I view my role as a researcher and a whistleblower, and I actually have a lot of links to the mainstream media. I'm actually working on a case right now where a Lincoln City police sergeant allegedly raped a woman here in Portland he was dating, and he drugged her and then anally raped her. And the Multnomah County prosecutors and the DA's office didn't file charges on that case. They dropped the case, and I know Nick Budnick's about to break a story, or he recently did.
So
I put the woman in contact with the lawyers to sue the city and the police, and also reporters. So I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and I also have exposed multiple news stories. I've got Terry Bean's political financing of Ted Wheeler, Nick Fish, Joanne Hardesty, the Attorney General, Ellen Rosenblum, Ron Wyden, Senator Merkley.
Have you ever heard
all these people?
Have you heard?
Got that stuff published
Okay.
in actual newspapers, and got multiple stories published.
Have you heard the expression "speaking truth to power"?
Yes.
And what does that mean to you, if anything?
That is exactly what I do on a daily basis, and when I do run across a lot of politicians and various people that are involved in various corruptions and other stuff, I ask them a lot of questions, and they don't want to answer them. And
when you speak truth to power, do you speak directly to those in power, or do you just post anonymously on the internet? How do you do that?
I have a group, Multnomah County Cop Watch. I film the police. I've been doing that for over 20 years. I run an active Twitter account. I have a Facebook page under that. I have another group that people from the public can join. And I post stuff on my various social media sites. I send a lot of information. I correspond with multiple reporters, Maxine Bernstein and a lot of various reporters around here, Nick Budnick, other people, and I've definitely have a relationship with the media on some level where, I mean, they might not hold the same viewpoints as me, but they certainly have found a lot of my information enough interesting enough and enough public interest enough to publicize a certain amount of what I
So you
release to
mentioned
them.
you mentioned that the first time you went to City Hall or a council meeting was about 2012. Is that right?
Yes, I'm pretty
And-
sure that was when I first went, was
Okay.
2012.
And when was the next meeting after that time?
Well, after that, I was, I saw that they had, I went and viewed the meeting online, and I saw that they had blocked out my audio and, portions of my audio and portions of the testimony they blurred out. And so I kind of just knew that what I was doing was very important if they're going to go to the extent of possibly violating federal law and destruction of public records just to silence me for, I've actually never seen that on any city council meeting anywhere from anyone, and there's a lot of people that talk about a lot of stuff up there, and a lot of the same stuff I talk about too.
So after that meeting, did you start going to meetings, or did you not go for a while? Like, when was the
Yes, I pretty much started going weekly to, that's where I first met Joe Walsh. Was I just met him outside of city council chambers, and I just kind of kept going back, to expose the stuff and to keep an eye on things.
Have you gone on a weekly basis from approximately 2012 until January of 2019, or what?
I did go on a weekly basis, and I used to go to all sorts of public meetings. There's a group that was called COAB and COCL, which was a police accountability thing, which was put into place by the DOJ settlement for the police in the city's treatment of mentally ill people. I went to a lot of their meetings, and now they have a new group that they reformed called PSEP. They actually used me to dissolve the former COCL board, citing some stuff that I said, and Ted Wheeler, one of the first things he did as mayor was go in there and dissolve COAB and COCL, which was actually making some progress and actually had some really good professionals like Thomas Easton, who was the lawyer involved in the James Chastity case, who was a schizophrenic, mentally ill man that was killed by the Portland police. And that's actually the thing that started the DOJ settlement. So, and now Ted Wheeler has gone in there